Thank you for the love, gang gang. Thank you for the love. Wagwan, gang gang. Mimi, Watagwan. From the title, you can see this is a serious reading. But it's more than a reading, gang gang. It's more than a reading. I've been celebrating. Been celebrating today. Waiting for the gang to come in. Whoever resonates with the title, I am waiting for you. It could be one, it could be two. Wagwan Anifa. Wagwan. We are getting to the nitty gritty, gang gang. Spiritual tea, anything will be discussed, gang gang. So today we're talking about abuse. All different kinds of abuse, gang gang. Surviving that abuse, breaking the chain of that abuse so it doesn't happen to your children and to their children, and then getting justice whichever way you can. Some of you will not be by the courts, but you will do it in other ways, by saving other people, other children, helping, serving, going into the criminal justice service. People are doing it in different ways. So we're talking about abuse, surviving it, gang gang. Surviving the abuse. This is to anyone that it resonates with. I have been forced to come out of my comfort zone today. And literally the first half of this reading will just be me speaking to you. Coming out of my comfort zone, gang gang. Spiritual tea is where transparency is always a must, gang gang. So I'm hoping that my mess can be a message to someone. The test that I've been through can show you that you also can be a testimony too. So we're talking about surviving abuse. There's all kinds of abuse, gang gang, and I've been through every single one of them. So I'm a living testimony that you can survive it and you can thrive from it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Surviving and thriving. How to beat it and not let it beat you, gang gang. Because I get emails and DMs and people are angry, and I was angry too. So I think it's time that we talk about it. Talk about all those things that you're silenced on, that's pushed under the rug. You're told to get on with it. You're not believed. You're pushed out because of it. You're ostracized because you spoke up about it. So yeah, that's what it's about today. So you play your guitar, gang gang, you play your guitar. Let's start. We are gonna have the throat chakra meditation bowl. I wanna relax you. And then I'm gonna peel away some layers, gang gang. So if you don't feel like you are capable of going through this reading, please switch off. Please switch off. I'm here to speak to those who are surviving abuse. Those people that are still in abuse, experiencing it, and trying to find a way out. I'm speaking to you. Take some deep breaths, gang gang. It's Independence Day, right? In America, is celebrating Independence Day, the 4th of July. The 4th of July, on the 4th of July in the UK, in 1999, my friend's son was murdered, called the Honey Trap. He loved a girl who was 15 years old. He wasn't much older, he was 16, and she set him up. You can Google it. His name was Shakilis Townsend. This very day, he was murdered, butchered like a dog, all because he loved someone. Well, go on, gang. Have you ever loved someone and they turned around and hurt you? Have you, gang? Your mom, your dad, your uncle, that person. So today is quite significant. So I've got tissues at the ready for myself, because we're going to get deep, gang. So if you're not ready to get deep with me, please switch over, come back another day tomorrow when we get light again. But today we're getting deep. We're taking away that veil. We're lifting up your rugs by exposing my rug. I believe if I show you what's under my rug, I'm going to expose your rug. I think if I open my closets, I'm going to open your closets, gang. So I've been pushed, and I was crying today. I was actually in tears because God was literally speaking to me in my head, through music, through my daughter, through my son. And I was uncomfortable, gang. And I keep telling you, look, you cannot grow in your comfort zone. So I guess I'm going through a growth spurt. They want me to grow. It's time for me to get uncomfortable. Again. Because just as a baby, I've had 7 of them. They go through milestones where they go through growth spurts, gang. It's not one growth spurt. It happens periodically. So when you hit those milestones, you'll find that your child starts to eat more and sleep more. So I guess that I'm going through a growth spurt, and I guess some of you are going through the same thing, and it's called growing pains, gang. Feeling kind of emotional. Well, God, thank you, Rihanna. So we're gonna start. Let's start with the meditation so we can just simmer down. You can take some deep breaths. I'm gonna talk about, I completed my assignments. I have 1 more left. It's finished. I'm gonna upload it and submit it after this reading, and your girl's done. Then your girl has got so much time to come out for each and every sign, gang. I'm gonna up my game. You're gonna see, gang. I'm gonna come out for you. I'm gonna show up and show out. This is the time, gang. The time is now for someone to show and prove. Show and prove, gang. So we're gonna just relax you right now. We wanna relax you before I start to peel away at the layers. You know those ones that you've built around your heart, around yourself, is protection from all of the different kinds of abuses that you've experienced. Because if you've experienced one, I know you've experienced more. You've attracted more and more of different types of abuse. And you probably ended up abusing yourself in some type of way. Casey's trying to come, but this is an over 18s reading, so he has to stay in that room today for a minute until I start to draw the cards. So let's start. Want you to breathe in deeply, gang. You not ready? You can close your eyes. You can sit, you can stand, you can do what you want, gang, but I want you to relax. And I'm sending love right back to you, gang. Right to Detroit, gang. Because I know Detroit is dangerous. So I'm sending prayers out to my family and to your family. Let's gog it for a little while, gang. Just want you to relax. I'm coming here to speak to some people's inner child. I need the grown you to step out of the way. I'm asking my family to step out of the way and allow your inner child to take your place in this reading. I've come to speak to your inner child today. Breathe in, gang gang. Hold it, gang gang. Now release it. Breathe in all your hopes and dreams, gang gang. Now hold it like you're gonna hold your vision and your faith. Now breathe out every single kind of abuse and negative words said over your life. I want you to repeat it again. Breathe in all your hopes and dreams, gang gang. Now I want you to hold that vision, gang gang, just like you hold your faith. Now I want you to release every single negative word and action said and done over your life. I need you to visualize whatever it was. I'm speaking to your inner child, gang gang, whatever it was at the time that it happened. I'm speaking to you because I know you're alone and I know that you're scared. I hear justice, gang gang. It might not come in the form that you require as man's justice, but God never sleeps. And the word is justice. Like a boomerang, what goes around comes back around. You might not see it now. We're speaking to the inner child of some people that was silenced on their pain. Where you stand right now, you don't need no validation. You don't need no audience. Release it. Let it out. You are given permission to speak your pain. To let it go, gang gang. This is about breaking chains and breaking silence. Doing things different than you've done before. Some people are trapped right back at the space where they were bruised, where they were wounded. And we just come to speak to your pain, gang gang. There's an eviction notice being served on your pain. This is the year of completion. This is the year of resurrection. Just like you hear that baby, you're gonna be reborn. It's a rebirth. You can't take away the memories, gang gang, but you can take away the sting of the pain. So I hear a lot of people, you're coming to an end of a cycle where you were tormented, conflicted by something that happened to you in your childhood. Because these cards came out, and I have to take it as a message that someone needs to hear. They were never allowed to speak about something. You could have been blamed for it. You could have been not believed about it. But whatever it was, you took it upon yourself to keep this secret, to protect people that wasn't protecting you. You became the hero of your family, being the protector of people that wasn't protecting you. I hear someone needs to have a voice. Do you see? Someone is longing to speak, to sing about it. To sing about it, gang gang. This is releasing the sound, the voice, your book, your words. Your words. Because some people are still going through that dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul, gang gang. Let's get the light. Let's get the light. Look at this. The dark night of the soul. No one knows it. It's happening inside your soul. Told you. This is the year of completion. Spiritual evolution. You're going to be set free. Set free from whatever has you trapped in this dark space, gang gang. Dark space, dark energies, dark thoughts, dark memories. Like I said, God never sleeps. The ascended masters never sleeps. There's new life, there's new energy, there's a re-energizing. Look, spiritual surgery. Can you see what's happening? And it's happening in your soul, in your body. It's so spiritual. It's like a spiritual cleansing, a retrieval of your soul. It's like God called your soul to clean it up because it was dark, it was broken, it had a hole in it. Spirit messages, gang gang. Very connected to spirit. Always in between. In this world but not of it. Never quite fitting anywhere. Always in between, gang gang. Always in between. But the cards that came out, where are they? We're going to deal with the loved ones. We've got some loved ones, but they're for the other reading. These ones. The child I was meant to be. The child I was meant to be. This just speaks about her and all her regrets and her wishes. Looking at a childhood she never had. She's a mum now, and she realizes that she didn't have a childhood, not the one that other kids had. So she's looking back, and she's understanding that what she normalized was not normal. What she went through was trauma. In fact, she didn't have a childhood. She had to grow up really fast. So this speaks to me of abuse and someone really looking back at either the fact that they had to grow up too fast or they were made to grow up too fast. And the next card that came out, and it's been coming out, it came out for Virgo and it came out for Pisces. So you might have Virgo and Pisces in your chart, gang gang. You had a parasite. Someone who groomed you, who preyed on you. They preyed on you. So someone robbed someone of their childhood here. And they called them a parasite. So that tells me that they leached, they took something from you. When you was a child. I know. I don't even need the confirmations. I actually know. There was someone that preyed on you. And I can see it's someone in the family, someone close, family friend. And parasite is someone that can get close to you. Close to you, gang gang. For a parasite to leech onto you, it's close. It's close. You allow it to come close. You feel... Look. Like I said. So fragmented. Free, gang gang. So much dark energy. And you're trying to be light. You are trying to be light. But literally, you can't. This person's silenced. And this is what the silence is doing internally. From a child, come up. Confusion, destruction, anger, resentment, pain, suicidal thoughts, turn into PTSD. breakdowns, violence, war. You're fuming. I want justice, is what he's saying. Justice. But it's all in his head. He's screaming that in his head. And his whole body is now getting infected. He's getting infected by what's going on in here. Your mind is a powerful thing. It sends signals to the body, gang. It has the ability to kill your dreams. And I can see it killing some people's dreams. They said fragmenting your soul. Fragmenting your soul. But you know what they said? Balance will be restored. That's justice. Somebody will have their day in court. People will know you didn't lie. People will know you was the truth. People will be sorry that they let what happened to you happen to you. But balance is going to be restored. Because I told you, it's justice. This is justice, gang. Sometimes you're looking for man's justice, but it's not the justice you're going to receive. Because God sees and knows everything. Whether you believe in God or not, I'm telling you this. I'm a witness. So they said balance, which is Libra cards, and it could have been a Libra in their chart as well. Could have been a Virgo or a Pisces too. Will be restored. Restored. Because that's dirt on your name. Dirt on your name. That's you out of the family. That's you, everyone talking about you. And this person's walking around like they're okay. So balance is going to be restored. It's justice. It's karma. Karma, gang. But look, some of you are still, like literally every day, living this nightmare. And you know why? If you look closely, silenced. Silence. There's a hand over her mouth. Over his mouth. And the eyes never lie. She's dying. She wants to tell her story. But because she's thinking about her, him and him, her mum, her dad, her best friend, whoever these are, she's forced to keep quiet. He's forced to keep quiet. And every time, soul is fragmented. So I feel like an energy of you get better one day and another time, like you get triggered. It's getting triggered. A lot of emotions could be the retrograde. And look, oh my God, look what it says. The past is in the present. So whatever happened when you was that child, the child that you was meant to be, whatever happened that day keeps coming back into your present. You keep thinking about it. It's made a signature on your soul. It's made a mark. You can't forget it. So it's like someone, but do you see? I can see though that someone is transmuting it, because for me, the energy was so dark, right? It was so dark. But that same person took this dark energy and started to use it for light. Started to transmute it. Yes, they're still bringing it, using it in their present moments, but look, it's light. So she thought about what she wanted to do, breathe a change here. Because she's thinking about her childhood and how she didn't get to grow. She's watching growth of her kids now, her seeds. She's watching love. She's watching kindness. But somebody's making a mark on the world, and it's literally coming out of what happened to them. They're like me. I understand why I was pushed today. So uncomfortable to talk about when I was a child. The child that I was meant to be. The child that I was meant to be, gang. The first abuse I ever had was from a girl. A stepsister. And then it progressed. Then it was her dad, stepdad. And then it was a neighbor. And then a family friend. And then a complete stranger. And then I had 5 kids with an abuser who beat me up. And then just found out that he touched my daughter. And the cycle continues. So someone's got to speak up. Someone's got to break the chain. And they've been pushing me to speak about the child that I was meant to be. That child. Don't be sorry, gang gang. It's made me who I am. It's made me who I am, gang gang. Powerhouse. Demon slayer. Truth teller. So that's what this is. Revolving door of madness, exactly. Today I said the mess, like it's literally a mess, turning into a message. So that's what it is. You don't have to be qualified. You think you do. I'm at uni. Just done my assignment, 2nd year, psychology, criminology, social justice. That means nothing. God qualified me for this. It means nothing, gang gang. It's a piece of paper. It means nothing. My life experiences, your life experiences, are qualifying you for something bigger than yourselves. Bigger than yourselves. I can't help to think that the way they're using me is because they want people to understand that your mess can turn into a message. Like literally, I gave up. I thought one abuse to the next, to the next, to the next, till I was on drugs. Then I was trying to kill myself. It was over for me in my mind, but I'm living for my kids. Barely. So I see a lot of regret. A lot of regret. People reflecting. You might even be deflecting. But it says you're transmuting these energies into light. Coming from a very, very dark background. Very, very dark background. But look, you're turned into light workers. Energized. Channelers. So it's like it seems the broken ones. The ones that are dark or seems as the dark ones. The ones that's always angry. Exactly. You're always pushed to purpose by something traumatic in your life. And for some of you like me, it was something that happened when you should have been the child you was meant to be. But you was busy doing adult things. When you should have just been a child as you was meant to be. So let's get the cards. Let's get the cards. Let's see what they want to say to you. Because that had to come out. Let's see what someone wanted to say. Oh, the bottom of the deck. I want to cry. Literally, like, So healing, right? Man down, the strength card. So there's healing happening right now. And what did I tell you? What did I say? Justice. Balance will be restored. My crown chakra is going off. Balance will be restored. And add it, gang gang. Balance will be restored. There's healing. Balance will be restored. So whatever, look, whatever that tower moment was, because we all had one, that's why you clicked on this. Something brought you to your knees, gang gang. You find it hard to recover from. It says, man down. Man down. Someone could have literally tried to commit suicide here. I hear justice, gang gang. Justice. Justice. Look at that. justice. Like God is fighting your battles. Healing. You're down now, Virgo warrior. You're healing now. You're literally going through healing now. God is fighting your wars behind the scenes. If you don't have faith, then you understand how it works in the natural, and then you see it evidenced in the 3D world as above, so below. You're walking towards success. That success, the Three of Wands, ships coming in. So I'm walking and talking in faith, even though I feel like shit inside. Even though I came from abuse and that's all I've known. I'm still walking and talking in faith though. And it's because of that faith that you have. Look at this. All those things done in the dark come into light. All those things done in the dark come into the damn light. And it's literally put some fire, some passion in somebody's soul. It's literally going to be the way you make your success. Exposure. Exposing these things. Somebody's literally walking into success, you know. Their whole purpose is to expose pedophilia, human trafficking, whatever it is, you're going to expose it. Politicians, expose it. Somebody's walking into purpose and it's successful. Literally, look at that. Look at that, expansion. I'm so done. I'm so done. Like, expansion, gang, gang. So your mess can literally be your message. It can literally be your message. And Spirit says, because to me, I say God right now, because it's been speaking to me all day. There's someone out here. There is somebody out here right now that has been thinking about coming out. Really coming out. On social media, doing something, but I'm not sure if I should do it. I'm not sure. This is your moment to walk with faith. Walk with faith. Somebody wants to use their mouth, but she's really not sure. If you're ready, gang, and it's time to walk in faith, they said, because your business can grow. And I'm not gonna lie, you might lose some people if you haven't lost them already. You might lose your people. You just got kicked out. Make another name, come back again. You might lose some people, the 8 of Cups. You might lose the family, the friends. You might lose them when you speak up. Not gonna lie, but your business will grow. Someone's gonna write a book. Your business is gonna be productive. Look at that, you'll be showing the world. You'll be amazing, gang, gang. I hear writers, you're gonna be writing what happened to you, how I survived, how I made it out. Whatever it is, 10 steps to something, ebooks, I don't know what you're writing, songs, raps. You're just writing. But you think about it. Look at that. When no one's there with you, there you are, reflecting. Because that's what you see, someone broken. Sometimes you're just reflecting about these moments, gang, gang. And how they left you out. How you had to leave the house. Look at that. She is looking back at her life and how her family just left her out in the cold. Left her exposed here. She's recalling it in her mind. And the moment she had to leave. So I saw it. She's leaving. She's packing up. She's moving. She's relocating. If you got kids, there's a child in the boat with her. She took her child. She's gone. She said, for a laugh, I'm not staying here. You don't love me. Yeah. What's that one? The 9, yeah. She, lost sleep, gang, gang. There's no sleep. Someone's not sleeping, but they're writing, though. They're journaling. Somebody is up all night like me, doing a lot of creating, gang, gang. You are working hard. You're making your songs. You're making your beats. you're writing your book, you ain't getting no sleep. No sleep. Because there's so much things on your mind, you got to get it down on paper. It's like, I got to get it all down. Somebody's driven, 5544, they're driven, gang. They are writing it. Spirit is channeling through you. You are on the right path, I swear down. Like, literally, like, I put it there. You're on a mission from God. Like, they said, do this, expose it. It could be in the church, expose it. It could be spiritual, it could be religious. Someone's gonna expose it, gang. I like that. No sleeping, just thinking, processing. You're like me, gang. Virgo in the house as well. Look at that. You're thinking about how you didn't have a childhood. Didn't. What the? I can't even swear. Look at that. Why are they making me uncomfortable, gang? Why? We've been uncomfortable all our lives. Thinking about that childhood of yours makes you just want to cry, right? Makes you just want to cry. It brought her to her knees. What do you need to know? It's time to heal, gang. Exactly. And there you are, healing. The Virgo in your chart. Healing from narcissist, someone that was very controlling. Could be domestic violence here. Your parents could have been very controlling. Very horrible. It's just the word horrible. Somebody's on a spiritual path. Healing at this moment. Not with no one. You're like, Virgo, I ain't got no friends. Me, myself, and I. That's you right there. All I got in the end. You're just taking that path right now. You're finding yourself with God. There you know where you are. But someone has taken up this mantle. You're a light work, I told you. Transmuting it. Even though you're in the dark, you are still being light. Even though you think dark thoughts, you are still transmuting and transmitting light. That's amazing. That's amazing. You're going to make a lot of money, gang. You are going to make a lot of money. You have so much to say, so much to offer the world. It's her believing in herself, him believing in themselves. Not putting it in that man, that 9 to 5. Putting it in themselves and their ability to make this success happen. I hear expansion. What does everyone need to know? Well, it's switching it. There's love coming in. There is love, gang. So I do see love, and it could be someone from your past as well. And there's also a new person. There's new and there's someone from your past. But there's unions though. Is it, gang? So there's two people coming in. Is what I can feel. Two energies. A new person, an old person, and you're going to pick one. You're going to pick one, gang. But there is an old and a new energy, gang. Walk on. Yeah, someone's coming in with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart. In it, oh boy. Oh boy. It's like buses, right? You can't get none and they come two at once. But you are healing and you're working hard. So I think you're ready for this love. You've been healing, doing that work, man. This person's been putting in that healing work. Like, she's been getting grounded. He's been getting grounded. Really been speaking to God lately, to the universe. And working hard on their ideas. So I do see somebody is ready. And they said someone's ready. You're Tevin Campbell. Someone's ready to love, gang. To love you forever. So there's love coming in. Let's cut the deck. Wow, and there's money. There's an offer of money as well. Stability. This could just be a stable love offer. Could just be a stable love offer, because together that means this is a new relationship. It's going to be forming. This is a marriage. This is a union. I love you too, gang. I was so torn about coming today because, Sunday spiritual tea, I don't want to be triggering anyone, but I was pushed. So even if it's for one person, you're not alone. And your mess will be your message. It will be your message. But you have to make up your mind to turn the mess into a message. You have to be prepared to be exposed, to feel vulnerable, to have some people laugh at you, some people mock you and not believe you, but you're gonna have to stand. Because when you stand, you're not standing for yourself. You are standing for every one of the people that couldn't speak up. Couldn't speak up. Wasn't allowed to, didn't feel they could. You were children. Just like me, I put so much on myself. I should have. You're children. You do as you're told. And that's what you did. So it's about letting it go in this season, because to this point, it's like an attraction of a different kind of abuse with different people, because you're not knowing your worth. You wasn't taught your worth. So now it's reparenting yourself. What would you do for your child if you don't have kids? That's how you're gonna have to treat yourself. Stop being hard on yourselves, gang. Because what I found out, abuse victims are always hard on themselves. Even out of that abuse, one of them, I got Stockholm syndrome. I didn't know what that was until I went to uni. It's when you get attached to your abuser. You make excuses for your abuse. You normalize it. Some of you fall in love with it. With me, I manipulated it. I became a manipulator because I was manipulated. So I became a manipulator. So Stockholm syndrome, where you normalize that abuse until you meet some people that's never been abused. And they let you realize that it was not normal. It wasn't normal. And now you've got to look at yourself. Are you normal? Because coming out of an environment that's not normal, then you have to start looking at yourself. Because we're broken. And until you start addressing the brokenness inside of you, gang, you're only going to attract more of the same. Take it from one who knows. Trust me. The abusers that I've attracted, I will never attract again. And I can put my whole life on that. But I was broken. I couldn't see. I had the blinds over my eyes. I was just looking for what I thought was love, because I never had it. So I read the book, I saw the movie, and I tried to find it in everything and anything. And I found it in God. I found it in myself. I found it in my children. Until I found it in myself, I really couldn't find it in God. And I thought, I love my kids, but the levels, like I was like, it's never gonna happen to my kids. My mum's a B. I can't believe she let it happen to me. And then I got that sucker punch. It happened to my child. She wasn't penetrated, but it's the same. She was abused under my nose while I was abusing myself. While I was escaping domestic violence, taking drugs, trying to get high so I don't have to look at him. I don't have to deal with him. Creeping into my daughter's room. And the funny thing was, and it's not funny, 3 a.m. in the morning, rewind. Earlier on that day, it's not the same day, I'm pregnant with one of my kids. Can't remember what the argument's about, but I end up with cracked ribs that day. That beating was worse than any beating I've had, and I had beatings from him. So I waited till 3 a.m. in the morning 3 a.m. I had a gold Mercedes 190, 4-bedroom house, and I packed that shit up. Everything that could fit in that car went in that car. I made arrangements with a refuge. I called the police and told them I need to get out. That night we left and we never came back. That was Brixton. Never came back. Left my house, everything in it. Everything. Even the urn for my first child was left in it. No ashes, but it was an urn. It meant everything to me. So it was so hurtful to know that I ran from there. A year later, he found me, we reconciled, and he abused my daughter. He abused my child. Thank you, gang. I really don't need your... Thank you. He abused my daughter. This is hard for me, because I found out this year. She held it. She was silent. She didn't tell me. She told me in anger. She was angry. I need to be transparent, because so do you. We've been allowing people to be off the hook for far too long, making excuses. I speak about myself. I wasn't believed. I left the house at 14. My mom chose her husband over me. At 14 years old, I was sleeping on the streets. I was on the streets. He was in the house, in the bed with my mom, and I was on the streets. I'll tell you my story, and maybe your story is my story. I never look back. I slept on the streets for 1 year, on the stairs. On buses. I got raped. I got raped, proper raped. If I thought I was raped before, I got raped this time from someone I didn't know. I remember waking up one time and someone was in between my legs. I was exposed from a young age. I was not protected, and I didn't protect myself. I grew up in a church, so I didn't know the streets. I didn't know the streets. I was never allowed out. So when I left that house at 14, I was like a baby in the world. I was just like this, a kid in a candy store. I grew up in a church that preached to me, this is wrong. But yet he's a deacon and he's hurting me. This is wrong. But yet my mom's making me get an abortion. But God says it's wrong. So I'm little and I'm trying to take it all in. But I'm fragmented. My mind's all over the place. Trying to kill myself one day. Dreaming myself away another day. I spent 99% of my days daydreaming. Daydreaming of a better life. A better day. Something better than where I was. I look back and it's funny that God was using me even then. I've been put in strategic places. My family has been head of churches, so I've seen things behind the seen things for people that I'm supposed to trust. Trying to stop me from talking, right? Get me a drink, Trey. Get me a drink. Thank you, gang gang. My family wouldn't want me to talk, but I feel it's important. Very, very important. Because silence kills. Silence kills, gang gang. It eats your soul first, and then it infects the rest of your body. It just infects it. I believe the doctors have all these names for my condition, but I believe that I wasn't walking because of my pain inside. I believe it was spiritual. I was broken, gang gang. I was broken. And my brokenness started to show. It started to show depression, addiction to weed. Next minute, my spine was gone. Slit discs, sciatica, shrinks. Now I got 2 sticks. It's broken, gang gang. But you see, the minute I started to address it and I started to speak about it, that was the turning point. I started to lose everyone that I thought I had. Gone. My sisters, I'm one of 7. One of 7 children, and I talk to none of them. None of them. 4 of them are his kids. None of them. And my 2 older brothers, none. I stand alone with my children. I could have carried on living a lie, gang gang. For a long time I was comfortable in my mess. Going to the house, pretending that I was okay when I wasn't. Watching my sisters and brothers have a life that I didn't. I hated every minute of it, but yet I came back for more. Came back for more. With a smile on my face. What can I do to help? But no one's helping me. The day I woke up was the day that he died and got buried. When he got buried, I saw everyone's true colors come out. Came out. So it comes, do you stand for what you believe in? Or do you stay in your mess and your comfortability? Do you stay there? Do you pretend that you're okay every day when you're not? Because for me, I couldn't be fake no more. I just woke up. It was just like that. Just woke up. I became depressed, wanted to die. Casey was born, and it was just like a light went on. A light just came on. It came on. And I literally understood it for what it was. I was wallowing in my mess for 40 years because my first abuse happened at 6. At 6, and I'm 46. So for 39 years I was wallowing in it. Just wanting justice but not doing nothing to get it. Thinking that there was only one kind of justice. So last year, my channel went up, but it really was birthed out of my pain. It was birthed out of being the change that I need to see. Because when I switched on the telly, I couldn't see it. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't see no one like me. And I couldn't hear no one like me. They sounded like their life was good. Like they hadn't even known what my pain was. That's when I realized the internet made me know my life was mad. It was absolutely crazy. I started to understand what normal was because I didn't know what it was. I had normalized insanity. Normalized insanity, gang gang. I learned, gang gang. From a young age though, like even through the abuse, you know, I didn't hate. I never hated. Because from a young age, I was conditioned. I don't even know how to put it into words. I couldn't hate. I was conditioned. I thought it was something I had to do. That's what you do for people to love you. That's the first time I spoke it. So yeah, I didn't know it was wrong. I didn't know it was wrong. I didn't know it was wrong. I started to find out it was wrong. So yeah, it became wrong. But it wasn't wrong. In my mind growing up, it wasn't wrong. I thought it was happening to everyone. I didn't know. Until my sisters. Until I saw them. It didn't happen to them. They were put on pedestals. They were loved. So I understood it. And then I became a mum. And then I understood it. It was choices that adults make to either defend your child and speak up and fight for justice for them, or be silent. And my mum chose the latter. And not just that, to just leave me and stay with him. Stay with him. I'm a mum. So it hit me kind of deep when I became older, because all through my childhood and teenage years, I normalized it. And then I acted out on it. I was angry. I was fighting. I was vile. I was disgusting. Like, you meet me, I'd be like, what you looking at? What you looking at? That's me, like, what you looking at? What you looking at? I was angry, gang. I was fighting everyone and myself. I was angry. I was angry at me. I was angry at me because I allowed it. I didn't tell the police. I didn't pick up the phone. When they didn't believe me, I could have picked up the phone. I told myself so much scenarios. But you see, as you get older and you grow, you realize, gang, you were children. I was a child. I was doing as I was told. And so was you. Doing what you was told. And over the years, you get to beat yourselves up. Beat yourselves up because you're the one left with the memory. You're the one left with the pain. You're the one who was brutalized and traumatized. It's you. And it's not a pain that anyone can see. You look fine, you look healthy. You're doing day-to-day things. It's autopilot. This is about really addressing those things, gang, because literally I didn't realize it was controlling my everyday today. Everything, it was in control. It was literally, I can see it now when I look back, but I couldn't see it. I was controlling me, gang, and that's why I was drawing more of these energies towards me, because I was so broken. I might as well had broken on my head. I receive it, gang, I receive it. When you see my tears, though, I'm not sad. I'm just sad for the child that I was. I'm sad for her. I'm sad that there wasn't one person she could go to. Like, not one. She was alone for a long time. And I'm glad she survived so I could be here. Because she did, she tried to kill herself. From the age, around 7 to 9, 27 tablets. She tried. She didn't want to be here. But God had another plan, that's what I'm telling you. Another plan for your life. You're like, what's the point of being here if it's always going to be like this? It's not. It's not. And the minute that you make up your mind to make a change internally, it shifts. It literally shifts. It starts to shift. I can sit here and cry, but I'm okay. Because I know that for years, everyone be like, Dana, you don't cry. You don't cry. I didn't cry. I normalized it. If anything, I was angry at myself for all of the things that I was feeling. I felt I was odd. I was the different one. I didn't think they were. It was me. So it wasn't them. It was always me. So that's how I normalized it. It was always me. It was always my fault. So maybe some of you are like that, and I'm just here to tell you, because even in your adulthood, you bring those same emotions in with you, and then you have kids. Thank you, gang. Then you have kids. It wasn't until my daughters, to be honest, my children, my girls, my God. When I had those girls, something got triggered in me. That's when I realized I was never protected, ever protected. Like, I was thrown to the wolves. Thrown to the wolves, gang. Like, you have to wake up. I told myself for so long. That's why I was able to keep going around these toxic people and then my family. I was able to do that. I found out. They didn't believe nothing. My sisters, none of them. It all came out. But until that point, they pretended like they did. They pretended like they understood. They didn't. They didn't. So the message for someone is this. You're going to have to be okay in your mess. You're going to have to turn your mess into a message. You're going to have to stop protecting people that are not protecting you. And someone needs to stop putting themselves around family, friends, a partner, because you don't want to be alone. Because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to feel that rejection. You don't want to be abandoned out here. But literally, you feel abandoned anyway. If you're like me, you felt abandoned anyway. You had to show up. You had to do things. You had to be the one to show and prove every time. They're not doing it for you. Let's put the charger on. Trey, get my charger, please. Trey, get my charger. My charger in my room. Can you quickly get my charger before my battery dies now? Thank you, gang. Just gonna get the battery, the charger. Don't want it to die. So it's really about healing today. We're uncovering things to heal them. Because what I do know about it is that it's only when you reveal something is when you can actually heal it. We think that we can just push things down. It doesn't work that way. Because it comes back up, comes to the light. A light gets shone on it. It'll be 50 years from now. It will come and bite you. This is about healing. Allowing balance to be restored. Allowing it, gang. Because some of us, I remember I was like that, because that's how I got into this, my last children. I went from one relationship, and he rejected me. And I ricocheted into another. Ricocheted. And I got abused, I got beaten up because I wasn't healed. I didn't take time. I didn't even take time to know who he was. I didn't even take time to know who I was. I didn't know myself. I was so busy, keeping busy, because I kept myself busy so I didn't have to think. So I was just busy, keeping busy. Holding on to it. Put my charger on. So have I, Isis. So have I, gang. Let's put the charger on. Put that on. Plug it in. Plug that in. Just put it back in there. Can I reach it? I'm so short. I'm 5'4", people. Let's get this back in. Trey, put this in for me, baby. Put this in. Plug it in there. Don't put your hands on the screen though. Oh my God, you didn't. Look what you did. Oh my God. 1 second, I'm gonna do it. It's fine. It's fine. Can you do that? There we go. That's better. Put it down on the floor and it will come on. Let it face me. So really it's about healing. Sorry about that. Healing and healing family issues. Healing family issues. Because some of you want to build families, right? You're building, you want to build. You better start healing. Better start healing, gang. You saw it, right? Like, he spilled my drink, gang. The drink that I need for my mouth, bro. Look, it was full. It's finished on the floor. And not the floor, the carpet. You saw the stare, right? Bruv. Thank you. So yeah, we're lighting it up now. So we're just talking about healing. While you're building your families, or before, preferably before, gang. Don't do what I did. I'm healing now, but my family's done here. So now me and my family are healing together. We're healing together. Because of me, my children got mental health issues. Because of me and my choices. I'm not blaming the kid. I'm not blaming the dads. I made choices. I made choices. I was broken. I wasn't healed. I allowed parasites into my house. Abusers. Narcissistic energies. I did it. Accountability is a must. It's hard. It was a hard pill for me to swallow. That I'm my mum. But I refuse to be silent. And I will never pick an abuser over my child. Never. So sometimes we will never get the justice in the courts. Because I've been there. When I was raped, I tell my daughter, when I was raped by that stranger, it went to Old Bailey, the biggest court in the UK. That guy got out. I was 15. He walked out laughing at me. 1 week later, he murdered somebody that didn't have no hearing. He's still in jail. So I was traumatized for a long time because he brutalized me. I never met him a day in my life. And then I had to sit in the Old Bailey with these white guys with wigs telling me that I wanted to sleep with this old guy. I wanted it. You wanted it. And I put to you that you wanted it. My mum wasn't there. My brother wasn't. I was there by myself at 15. Me and another girl. And that's another subject. Best friends. I followed a best friend out of my mother's home. That was why I had courage. I wanted to leave long time before 14. But I didn't know no one. I'm from the church. Who do I know? No one. I was scared. Now here comes along this girl that I met a year before. I told you, I switched schools. I was raped, became pregnant at 13. Forced to have an abortion 2 weeks later or a week later. And then they switched my schools. Met this girl, came to live at my house, didn't get along with my mum anymore, and I followed her out the door. She was my ticket out. She knew the streets, I didn't. But following that girl, I got raped. She brought me to a house that I should never have been in. But it's because I made choices. I didn't know. And I had that mindset, even up until I had my kids. And I understand it now. Because when you are raped or abused as a child, and you normalize it, gang, then you will normalize every kind of abuse that comes into your life. You stay in domestic violence. I stayed 16 years. 16 years, and it was the smallest thing when I left. It was the smallest thing when I left. The smallest thing. It wasn't the biggest, the smallest. The straw that broke my back. So people say, why do you stay in it so long? Because it was normalized from a child. Growing up, that's what I saw. I didn't even see domestic violence, I just had abuse. He left that till I left the house. Then he started to beat her. And she still stayed. But I see healing. Healing while you build or before you build this family. Before you actually destroy it. Because we don't realize as mothers and fathers that if you don't heal it, then you are part of the problem. If you don't expose something, you are complicit. Because in the court of law, if you see a crime and you stay silent, they call it complicit. You can go to jail for that. You're accountable, do you know that? You saw something, you didn't speak up. Whether or not you're the victim, you saw it, you experienced it, you didn't say anything. That means you're allowing someone else to be abused. Are you the only one that they abused? Are you the only one they're going to abuse? There's healing. We don't think beyond our own pain. And I didn't. Think beyond our own pain, gang. But that pain reaches to other people's families. It will break down other people's families that they are building. Something that you should have spoke up and healed is breaking down someone else's family. Because if I normalized it, and if there was anything like the internet, it wasn't there then, but if it was, and I pull it on, and I saw, I would know it was wrong. But right now, switch on it. Perfect. Where is the accountability? Where do people like me, growing up, see themselves? See a message that they won't see nowhere else. So this is what's been called today. For people to walk in their authentic selves, because you've been called for a purpose. You was broken for a reason. It wasn't for no reason. I'm understanding that. It was for a whole reason. What do you need to know with the Goddess Pack? What does the Goddess want you to know? Communication. Communication, gang. Speaking. Speaking, using your voice. Speaking and using your voice. That's Iris. You are the seer. So your brokenness is letting the light, and now you've become a seer, oracle, an empath. Somebody's going to communicate to the world, to people, public speaking, whatever you have to say. Your mess. You're turning it into a message. Exactly. You're synthesizing that life knowledge. You didn't learn that at school. You're synthesizing it. And you're communicating it. As they mess with my lights keep going off and on, but you can stay off, it's fine. Athena. Adaptability. Learning to live. Learning to live with it, gang. A gift and a curse, exactly. Learning to live with it. But what did they say? The truth sets you free, gang. It sets you free. It set him free. It set him free, gang. It will set you free. It will illuminate you. Cut the deck. The truth about the past. God is speaking the truth about your past. Forgiveness. You don't have to talk to them. I forgave them. I had to. It sets me free. So there's forgiveness of yourself at least, and seeing the potential in yourself, not giving up, because you are very empathic, very intuitive. Third eye open, you are a seer, and you are very devoted to people. Wherever you put yourself, your energy into, you devote everything, 110%. So I see you serving, devoting your time to serving, gang. Oh, ha! What did they say? They said, nah, look, they said they're leaders, gang. They're leaders going into leadership. Let's get my light back on. So much interruptions today. It's been a mad one. Look, wise leadership. There you go. Reading thoughts and reading energies, right? Look, allowing love to come back into your life. Look at this. Someone's fallen in love with themselves. You probably thought you was the black sheep, innit? But now you know you're the shit, right? Beauty, gang. Finding love. And there's new beginnings. So I see new beginnings in love, gang. Because you love yourself. You're attracting more of the same. You was going through life not really loving yourself, attracting people not really loving you. So I see you getting in communion with spirit, gang. You have been talking to God, spirit, ancestors. This is communion with spirit, having conversations, surrendering, allowing God to take control of your situation. So I hear some people are surrendering. 111, yeah, you are. It is done. It is done. Whatever you were looking for, whatever you was asking for, it is done. They can do it for me, they can do it for you. Story can change, gang. You can tell it with tears, but it don't hurt the same. Don't hurt the same. Like, I could tell it before, now I'd go to bed. Like, no one talked to me for 3 fucking days. That's money in the money jar. Now, I can tell it I'm alright. I'm alright. It's another piece of a release. I feel lighter. I feel better. Less ashamed. I was so ashamed. And sometimes you carry around that shame, but what for? Why are you ashamed? Why was I ashamed? Told you the tree of life. New life, gang. Setting down roots. Being able to really set down roots. Finding stability. Because for too long, you have been here in the lower world. Rock bottom. Dark thoughts. All of it with dark energies. So I hear ascension. People coming out of that pit. The pit that they dug for you, gang. Didn't see it and you fell in it. Oh, tell them. What did I tell you? Completion. Journey, gang. Completion of that cycle. I told you. It's not going to sting the same. Look, it's not going to sting. And that's what I was thinking about. When I said the sting, the rattlesnake. And look what's on the card. A snake. Completion. Coming to the end of that cycle. Like you've been attracting nothing but negative. Things ain't been going right. That's coming to an end. Like that old energy is shifting. Something new's coming towards you. You're going to have to get ready for it. You're going on a journey, a mission, but there's movement. There's movement. Some of you have been stagnant, not moving. Your life's not moving. Oh my God, what did I say? They were retrieving your soul from that bottomless pit. Soul retrieval, deep spiritual surgery is going on. Soul retrieval, gang. You lot's really been doing that inner work, that shadow work, the gatherer. That's your harvest, gang. You're getting ready to gather up your harvest. So I do see inheritance, wealth, something that was withheld from you coming to you now. Because it was withheld. It was withheld. You're coming out of a cycle of lack, gang. Time to gather up the harvest of blessings. Beauty is coming your way. That means everything is going to be amazing. That's new life, gang, gang. Take some risks. Take those risks. Step out of the boat. The wild woman, she takes risks. She does bungee jump. She does anything. She's up for anything. Stand still. When I see this card, it says, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God for me. It's like you're wondering why you're standing still. Like, why isn't my life moving? But Diana, your life is because it's your time to stand still. It's your time to talk to God about what you're silent on. Oh my God! The card that I saw that should have been your thumbnail came out. There it is. That's the one. That's the one. The blessing and the curse. You've been told to stand still to deal with this. Can you see it? That's why you're standing still. You've been silent too long. Now you have to deal with this. Like literally, it's been coming up, right? Because look, they've given you a mantle, and I knew it. They've given you a mantle to crush those serpents. What did the Bible say? I've given you the power to step on these serpents' heads. You're a demon slayer. You're like me, gang, gang. I've been sent to activate some leaders that are really ready to now take that pain and make it be a gain. Because it's been a loss. Take your mess and turn it into a message. Take all of your tests, because these are tests. Snake after snake after fucking snake. And turn it into a testimony, because that's what that is. That's what that is. It's like God's going to use you like they use me. The one that was counted out, the one that was abused, you. Are you ready? It's going to be a whirlwind. You see it? A whirlwind. Whirlwind, gang, gang. Like literally, I can see a whirlwind. You're the whirlwind. For me, it's just spinning. Anything in the way gets cut down. That's you. You're a whirlwind. The heart of the sky. Look, man. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Understanding that you was not fated to suffer. You was not. You suffered so a lot of people don't have to. You had to suffer. You're like Jesus. You're like Jesus in your family, in your community. People are going to learn from what happened to you. Look at someone going from the lower world to the upper world. Isn't that an ascension? Isn't that coming out of the depths of despair? Somebody rising like a phoenix, gang, gang. They came from the lower world. They picked up that mantle in the lower world. Said, God, whatever is your will is your will. And they got up, walked by faith, and now they're ascending to new levels of greatness. The mountain, the only way is up, right? And it's the holy mountain. That's where Moses went up there, got commandments. So you are having a relationship with God with spirit. You are. Because you've been asked to go up the mountain. That's you spending time alone with God. That's why you're standing still. That's why that job doesn't take you. That's why you're not getting that person. Because you've been told to stand still by yourself. Because look, you've got messages from spirit. Moses had to go up there by himself. He had a world of people down there, all waiting down there. But he went up there by himself. Only him. So you've been chosen for something that only you can do. That's what I can feel. You've been chosen. You're like the Moses, sent to lead some people out of there. Where were they coming out of? The desert? Moses, let my people go. So you're letting people see the light. Taking them out of darkness, right? So we're speaking to you. Been broken into pieces, gang, gang. But you've been sent there for something higher than yourself. You are who your ancestors are waiting on. You are. They're waiting for you. Look at this. Up the mountain, gang, gang. Up the mountain. So it's time to spend some time with God, with Spirit. They have messages for you to give to the world. But you're going to have to be brave. You know you're going to be exposed. But they said you're the witness. You are the witness. So I told you, complicit. You're being complicit. Your silence. It means you're complicit to the crime. And it was a crime. It was a crime. Gang, gang. They've given you a mantle. Giving you commandments is what came into my head. Commandments. Like literally someone got guidance, got commandments, got told what to do, but they're scared because they're like, it's like me, it's uncomfortable. Because you're used to being silent. You don't want to really expose it. You're being pushed to expose something. I was pushed to expose this. Oh my God. Because I had to speak up for my child inside of me. She didn't have a voice, gang, gang. And I had to be the voice to change that she needed to see. I had to. And until I showed up for myself, I couldn't show up for you. I couldn't show up for anyone. So you show up for that child inside of you. That was kind of deep, right? We're going to switch it. We're going to switch it because the next cards that came out, that's why I done it this way, so we can get light. They want to talk about love. They want to talk about love, gang, gang. Healing that inner child, build the light. Serious business. That's why I think I'm here. I'm not here for really all the love and all of that. I'm here for the realness. Because I'm all about it, like, I have to be that change, right? So these cards have got to speak that change. So right now, someone thinks that they're not going to be able to be loved. You think that someone will never come in and love you the way that you love. But I'm here to just burst that bubble of yours, because I hear that this energy, is coming to sweep you off your feet, gang, gang. These flew out the deck. Out the deck. This is what happens when you heal your inner child. Because it's you. I realized it. I was picking relationships I knew wasn't going to work. Because I didn't want no one to get close to me. I didn't. I said it, but I didn't want it. I didn't. I didn't know me. I still blamed me for everything. So then there was a part of me that I was hiding because I didn't think anyone wanted it. But the minute that I embrace myself, I know it's coming. It's coming. It's on the wave. So for those of you embracing and healing that inner child, gang, gang, look. This is the love that you've been missing your whole life. Leading to marriages. Because there is someone out there for you. But you need to be in the right place at the right time. You need to be aligned. You need to allow your inner child to heal, because that's their inner child. They're naked, they're vulnerable to each other. Something abuse victims find hard to do is be exposed, to let someone truly see their nakedness, their brokenness, everything. But you've been taught to be silent and secretive. And here this person wants everything. Everything, gang, gang. Everything. So you realize you were the problem. I was the problem. I was inviting narcissists. Because I didn't want to open up. I didn't want to be exposed. I didn't want them to see my brokenness. I didn't. I wanted to pretend that I was healed and whole. My bio was like greatness. Nothing was wrong with me. But the minute you start living in your truth, your authentic, exactly your authentic truth, and it's not with anyone else yet, it's with yourself. I had to own that shit to myself. I was like, no, I'm not a good mom. I failed my freaking kids time and time again. I'm learning to be a good mom every day. That's what I say. but I was not a good mom. I had to take that on the head. You got to speak truth to yourself. You got to know where people let you down and where you let yourself down. Because the minute that you start being accountable, you start attracting the right sort of love, the right sort of friendships, the right sort of partnerships. It comes to you. It's an energy. It's the energy you're carrying. So the minute you're willing to be exposed and open, allow someone into your brokenness, your mess. Because before that person gets to your house, what do? You clean it up. You clean it up. You make it look perfect. You put on your makeup. Perfect. Like me, I got 10 shades on my face. And I'm insecure. So I put foundation on. We keep doing all these things so no one can see our brokenness. The mess. The scars. So it's authenticity, whatever it means for you. Yeah, I was a good provider, but I wasn't good emotionally. I tried, but I found it hard to hug and touch. I found it hard. It was literally repulsive for me to all of this stuff. It was hard. I'm teaching myself now. Touch them, stroke their heads. Because it wasn't natural. No one touched me other than when they wanted to abuse me. So I didn't understand it, that my kids needed that from me. That touch, that nurture. I was giving everything else. What you need, I'm showing up. That's not what they needed at that time. There you go, never hugged you. I never got that. She hugged me when my child died because she thought I was going to jump into the grave. She said, Dinah, don't go mad. Please don't go mad. And she hugged me. That's what I remember. But I was burying my first child at the grave. So yeah, your mess turns into a message. Because I couldn't see a way out of any of that. I couldn't see a way out of any of that mess. That mess was a mess. It was a mess. There's no other word but mess. So for me to turn around, because I walked out of school 14 years old, haven't been back until 2 years ago, straight into university. So I'm proving things to myself because I let myself down for a long time. I was blaming people but not taking accountability for myself. I was speaking death with my mouth. Yeah, Virgo warrior, death all day long. All day long, I was declaring it. If I'm a magician, I was killing myself. With all of the I can'ts and I don'ts and the hate. I was hating. I was filled with it. So I had to let that go. I had to forgive even though I was never forgiven. I was never forgiven. He never admitted it. He didn't admit it. He acted out on his not admitting it. So I had to forgive someone who didn't forgive me and I didn't do anything. Self-hating, gang. I hated myself. Hated myself for a long time. I've learned to love me though, and it's amazing. Because you think that it's nothing, but I'm telling you, it takes so much energy to hate. So much energy to hold on to that resentment year after year after year, to recall a memory and then to act on that emotion again and again and again and again. Do you know what energy that is? I took that energy and I made this channel. Yeah, I took all that energy and I made this channel because I was tired of doing the same thing, because it became madness, gang. The definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting something to change. I was waiting on God, but God was literally waiting on me. Waiting on me, and I'm waiting on God. Like, God, I'm waiting on you to change my situation. And God's like, I'm waiting on you, gang. I'm waiting on you. Waiting on you. Waiting on you to wake up to you. Because I was awake to everyone else. You're great. You're amazing. But I couldn't see that. I didn't feel that. And I didn't feel that when I started. I had to keep walking and declaring, walking and declaring. Because I get it. You've got to keep doing something till you believe it sometimes. You might not believe it. Some people are waiting to believe it. You might never do. I had to keep walking, declaring, walking. And the minute I started to believe is when you started to speak back to me. Because you can declare a thing. Until it hits someone, you will never know who you're impacting. I started to see the numbers go up. I'm like, what? Just because I'm being me. The person I've been all the time and no one wanted it. Now there's 18,000 people. Do you understand? You may not be loved at home. You may never get that love at home. Because I didn't. I got it from my kids. I didn't get it from anyone else. And I still haven't. And I'm not expecting it. But I am grateful for every single one of you. Because you validate my worth. 18,000 people. And imagine, you're probably like me thinking that you're insignificant. Your existence means nothing to no one. Is what I was thinking. I don't mean nothing to no one. No one don't care. Not seen and not heard. But the minute that I put that phone on and I hit the live button, I forced myself to be seen and heard. Forced people to see me, forced people to hear me. Even the ones that didn't want to. I know they hear it and I know they see it. So there is love. Thank you, gang. There is love. And these cards actually speak. It says love at the bottom. That's the Two of Cups. And then you got Gemini energy, which is the lovers. So you find love with your lover. And then it says abundance. Abundance. It simply says abundance. So love is attracting more love, right? Abundantly. That's what it is. So if you're angry, what is it attracting? If you're resentful, what is it attracting? Love attracts love. You're gonna have to learn to move away from all of those things that's got you trapped in those negative spaces. And they say move away from your past. This is your past. Your past. You looking at your younger self. That's mad. That's crazy. Healing the inner child card is there. Heal it and then move away from it. Let it go. Heal her. Heal him. Because they're just jumping out of these cards. And it says they came back up. That means the feelings came back up. You started to remember something. Something triggered you. It's time to reveal it. That's emotions. A lot of water. Emotional, gang. It's time for you lot to what? Move away from the bullshit. Move away from this energy of not feeling like you're not enough. Not being enough. This is moving forward positively and not being negative anymore, because behind you is negative thinking of what happened in your past, in your childhood. Allowing it to come into your present moments. And some of you affect your children because they put a child there affect your children right now. Negative energies. They've been put in positions they shouldn't have been. Domestic violence when you should have protected them, like me. Healing, gang, the star card. Yeah, don't look back in anger. Tell it. The star card. It means healing. It's wish fulfillment, but today it's healing. It's healing. All those things that are eating you up. Is it, gang? Wow. They want to heal it. They said it's eating you up. It is literally eating up people, eating them up, tearing them up. So there's healing of this. Because it's like a fire. It's like a fire, gang. So I feel like this is the period of things are really coming up as a collective. They're just coming up. These energies are crazy. And things are just being brought up to the surface because there's a collective healing. Like, time to heal. Heal. Because I hear it and I see it. Expansion. It's like God will, literally, you are going to be expanded. Justice again. Justice again. That is all I wanted to put on there was justice, you know. The minute you speak up and be authentic. Justice and expansion. God is going to expand your life, your vocabulary. Someone's like, I can't speak though. That's what I said. They're going to expand your vocabulary. Expand your life. I said, you don't need to go to school. You don't need to go to college. You don't need no degrees. I didn't have any. I'm acquiring it now. There's an expansion. They said it's justice though. It's compensation to me. It's compensation, gang. They said, look, abundance for real. That's the sun. That's abundance. Bringing back happiness to your life after years of you having to fight. Look at you. Always defensive. Always defensive, gang. Always defensive. And the Empress says, yes. You're ready. You lot are ready, gang. Birthing, creation, ready for the new. This is ready for the new. Very successful. You're hoping and dreaming. Some of you are going to have babies because she's pregnant. Getting ready to build that family. Getting ready to protect them at any cost. Look, very protective. Very protective over your children. Making sure that they grow and have a childhood. Watching them as they grow. Not leaving them to grow themselves. You're watching them. She's watching them. The things that she planted, her seeds, she's watching them. They're not watching themselves. Because she knows the devil is lurking in the detail. She's not asking her brother. She's not asking her sister. She's watching them herself. She's making sure they're safe because look, there's a demon, there's a devil. The minute her back is turned, the devil is in the detail, gang. Could have got you pregnant. The devil could have got you pregnant just like me. Stunted your growth. Watched you while you was growing. Because I hear someone watched you while you was growing. They were watching you, gang. They were grooming you. They were watching, and then they came in for the kill. Gang. Someone watched you grow up, but God was watching them. You see that? Spirit's there. God was watching them. But it also speaks about this person took time to watch. It was over a period of time. They had patience, almost patiently waiting. Very calculated spirit. What do you need to know? Justice. I'm telling you, God's in this. Divinely guided. People are being told to speak up. Something's dropping in your spirit, gang. I'm telling you. Some people are being told to leave, relocate, to move so they can be authentic and stand in purpose. You can't do it where you are. You live with your mom, you live next door. I don't know what it is, but you got to move. The whole town will be against you, the church. I don't know, but relocations, success. But you're ready to speak up because God is guiding you, pushing and prodding you, telling you to move, to speak up, to be authentic, take a mask off. Oh, to leave, to walk away from people that you love. Yeah, because it's completed, it's done. This cycle with them is done. It's finished. It's over. Ooh. It is time for you to be recognized. So I see that you are going to speak up. And whatever you say, what does it say? Victory, recognitions and rewards. Justice, victory. You're going to win that case. You're going to win in the end. So you might have lost some battles, but you're going to win the war though. You're going to win the war. It's coming home, it's coming home. Tell someone it's coming home. Justice, gang, like literally. They're going to hear what you have to say. Like someone is literally going to go to the world. With whatever you've got to say, you're going to go viral. I probably see you come down on a reel. Someone's going to be just saying things out of their heart. And it's going to take off. It's going to go viral. This is on the internet to me, going around the world. Someone's been a public speaker coming out. And someone's literally coming out. It could be about your sexuality. Someone could have been shamed for their sexuality. Someone is coming out. Like literally going to speak up for people that can't speak up. They're speaking up. And this is going to go viral. It's going to go viral. It's going to go around the world, gang. Oh my God. It's turning around for you. Gang. It won't always be like this. God's gonna something. But sooner or later, it turns in your favor. It's turning around for you. It's gonna turn around, gang. Don't know what you went through, what you're going through, but they said it's turning around for you. Turning around. Your mess is gonna be turned right around into a message. All those tests turning into your testimony, gang. So it's gonna work out in your favor. Because right now the odds have not been in your favor, 1-1-1. But it will be. You will get the upper hand. The upper hand, gang. Let's get some more cards. And then we will get a word from Spirit. We're gonna get the angel soon. But then we've got one more card to come out, the dark mirror. And she wants to come out. Speaking about you lot. Colorless angels. You're angels, but you've lost your fight for life. Some of you have given up. She gave up. That song, I got saved to that song. I almost gave up. I felt like I just wasn't good enough. My problems had me down. Depression is weighing me down. But God will hold you close, gang. So please don't let go. Because someone feels to let go here. She's like, it's happening all my life. When is it going to stop, Diana? She's had enough. He's had enough. Had enough. All the color has come out of their life, out of their cheeks. They've been stabbed one too many times and she wants justice. She wants to be atoned for this. She says, when am I going to get my justice for all of these knives? When? So somebody is seeking justice, gang, as they interrupt the reading. Someone is seeking justice. 1 second. Let's see what I go on with my music. I think my speaker might be dead. That's all right. Let's end it without that. We don't need it. So she wants justice. She wants atonement for people stabbing her in the back. She's not going to leave without it. What does the collective need to know? Because she thought she was fated to suffer. Oh, exactly what I said. Look, fated to suffer. All of these lies. All of these lies and secrets, man. Someone's like, is this going to be all my life? That shadow work, gang. Do it today for tomorrow. Do it for your children tomorrow, gang gang. Because I know some of you are feeling kind of vulnerable. She's vulnerable. You're going to have to get vulnerable, she said. And they say before stars. So I see a lot of people going to have to come out on social media and be vulnerable. Allow people to see them. Not what you want them to see, but you, who you are. Don't forget yourself, gang gang. Don't count yourself out, because someone has been forgetting themselves. You've lost yourself. You've been hiding yourself, pretending you are something you're not. Someone needs to embrace this and stop normalizing their conditions, because it's not normal. Sacrifice and addiction. We're going to end it with these two, and we're going to get the angel to speak to you, gang gang. So sacrifice and addictions. And it just jumped into my spirit that some people just felt like they were sacrificed. The sacrificial lambs of their family. And that's why you ended up being addicted to something or someone in your life that hurt you. Hurt you. You fell in love with someone that stabbed you in the back. You took drugs and it killed your spirit. Whatever this is pain. And it's from the choices that you made. Because of the choices that was done to you, someone else made for you. Someone was sacrificed, left out to the wolves, like left out to the wolves. And here they are hurting themselves now. Hurting themselves, doing what was done to them. You are just doing what was done to you. What else do you need to know? We're going to end it. We've got the angels, the fairies want to speak to you, gang gang. What do you need to know? Hope. That's nice. Hope. I went into care as well, Claire. I went there as well. I end up in care. Hope is always there, even if you can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change your negative situation into a positive one. Ain't that nice? So hope is always there, even if we cannot see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So it's our mindsets. It's about what we're attracting, right? So we've got to get right with ourselves. We've got to heal it. I said it and it's there. We've got to heal it. We've got to heal it. And we've got to learn to do things in moderation, because some of us are just doing things in excess, and it's an addiction. It's an addiction. And you've got to learn to what? Believe again. Have faith. Be childlike. Tapping into that childlike energy that you're running from, because all you can remember as a child is pain. So they said, is there something you know you shouldn't be eating or doing? Try to eat mindfully and healthily. Although the fairies say a little of what you like is fine, but not in excess, gang gang. And healing. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. So maybe you need to heal someone. Bless them with your words. Bless them with your words. Let them know that they're not alone, because they're not alone. You're a light worker. And do you believe in magic, they said? Do you believe in it? Do you believe in God? Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says that you are a part of nature. So you are magical too. Because if you're a part of this earth, then you must be magical. You're going through this portal right now. These moons that just came past created a portal, a doorway, gang gang, that you lot can walk through. It's a door of healing. A door where anything can happen. Your dreams, your wildest ones, can become possible. So it says, surrender to the natural ebb and flow. If you are feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm your emotions and reassure you that your peace of mind is coming back and it is possible. Because some people just don't sleep because you're conflicted. a magical gateway. It takes courage and trust. This is the Fool's card. To venture into the unknown, to do this thing. Yet, this is where your greatest rewards are, Linda. This is where it is. It is time to step boldly forward without looking back. I've got to repeat it. It takes courage. It takes trust to venture into the unknown where it's uncomfortable. Yet, this is where your greatest rewards are. It is time for my leaders, for those that have been silenced, abused, misused, and then pushed aside, to step boldly forward without looking back. Yeah? Hear that? Keep walking, gang, gang. Keep walking. Need that confirmation? Start packing. Start moving. But don't stand still unless God has made you stand still. Because some of you have to stand still. Right now. Stand still. Get right with God. Let them talk to you. Whoever your God is, your universe, your ancestors, whoever you call it. But there are messages. You've been seeking a word. And they've been waiting to give it to you. Just been waiting for you to be ready to receive it. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. I learned it. It's timing, gang, gang. That's why they say divine timing. It's just that time when anything is possible. And that door is opened for you to walk through. So if you want to come up here with me, do what I do, do it. If you want to do it in a different way, do it. Don't let him, don't let her, and especially not them, tell you that you can't. God is qualifying the unqualified in this season, raising up the underdogs, the ones that was misjudged, the ones that was abused and put aside in the pit, gang, gang. They're calling you. They're calling you. Dearest you, your last card. Dearest you, whoever you are. Since you are on earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes, it's a question. A good solid foundation, because you're building foundations this year, and it could be houses, but I just hear expansion. And yet flexible too. In case of earthquakes, truth be told, you cannot offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base. Ooh, did you hear that? You can't offer someone your heart unless it's healed. You can't expect someone to treat you good if you don't treat yourself good. So they're saying to you, you cannot offer something sustainable. You can't offer someone a love of a lifetime when you don't know how to love. You've never known it. You don't know what it is. You're going to have to learn to love yourself. Get to know what you like. Don't let someone tell you what you like. People say, no, that's the spot. That's the spot I like. These are the things that I like. This is what I won't allow. And I won't push it away. Like sometimes we put our bars down. No, it stays there. And this is who I am. It doesn't move. So they said you cannot offer something sustainable. And I tried. I have 5 kids thinking I was in love. I wasn't in love. I was looking for something I never knew. And I haven't found it. I found 5 kids. I found black eyes. I found more wounds for me and my children, but I didn't find that. Because I wasn't even given that. I was given pain. I was given everything but that. So where was I going to get it from? The broken person that I approached, that I attracted. Because that's what I was attracting. Reflections of myself. Broken. Looking for something that we didn't have. So we were looking for it in ourselves. In each other. When really, what should we have done? Look for it in ourselves. Not make 5 kids. So we have to understand, you cannot offer something sustainable that will last from an empty cup, from something that is built, that is not built on a solid base. It's like the three little pigs, and you're just building a house with straw. That's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. You've got to use the bricks one by one. Make sure you've got all what's needed to keep that house firmly to the ground, because we know the elements, and the elements are rough. So they said your foundations have got to be strong, and the foundation is you. You are the foundation. So we're going to start with you. We're starting with you. We're building up foundations, and we're building it inside of you. It's here. Because from once you know who you are here, there's not a person on earth that can tell you who you are or who you're not. There's not one person. They can talk, but it will never affect you, because you know who you are. So I hear foundations are being built for your businesses, because you are being set up. So now they're affirming that you are now going to be a structure. You are going to be someone that someone depends on, because you're going to be that strong. You're unmovable, you're unshakable. But until you step into purpose and being aligned with your truth, because your truth might be a bit different from my truth. You're here to save some other people. Like the amount of people that come to me and say, Diana, I was going to kill myself. I was going to do this, I was going to do that. Because of a word out of my mouth. It doesn't cost nothing, gang gang. For you to seriously come up here and to be yourself. My daughter, she's the reason why I'm here. She's so authentic. She is so on fire for God that I have to be authentic. She holds me to account. So does my other 6 kids. They hold me to account every day. So when I talk something, it's coming from experience. Didn't have to get second-hand knowledge for it. I went through it. I grew through it. And now I'm transmuting every single one of those negative energies, the ones that make me cry, I will turn around and I will heal you with. Because I know for every person that I heal, I am receiving my own healing every single time. I feel my spiritual self getting stronger and stronger and stronger, because I've allowed my tears to flow. I didn't think I deserved to cry before, but I understand that those tears are healing. They say the words that I could never say. So that's what they're there for, to release the emotions that are pented up inside of you. And the more you hold on to tears, emotions, then it just acts out on your body. You get sick. You get infected mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I'm telling you, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base. You have to be solid. You. Don't worry about them, because we're attracting. So we have to be solid. So if I'm solid, I got to attract solid people. I'm expecting, I'm declaring that. That's what I know. So whether it be an idea that is taken from one step at a time, or an actual house, because some of you have got an idea and you don't know how to move one step at a time. Some of you are waiting for a house. They said the house is there. So if it's a house that needs a sturdy foundation, some of you are going to be building your own houses from the ground up. Dug, poured and built. They want to remind you of this, because you might need a little encouragement, they said, to see this is true and can be true in your life at this time. Those doors. Celebrate, they said, the fact that right now you can repair. You can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly. So you can repair them They're not unrepairable. It's not too late. As well as do a general sight check all over yourself. Check yourself. Make sure you're okay. Self-care. To ensure that your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many, not one, the many miracles, gang, waiting to come to visit you. So just know this, that you are building or rebuilding your life on a perfect and solid, sound foundation that is going to allow you to welcome, to attract the many overflowing miracles just waiting to come to visit you at your yard, at your house, at the right place at the right time. And they said, we are so happy for you and so intrigued by what you are building or what you are about to build. So they see you. They see you. Thank you for joining me, gang. That was different. That was different, innit? That's all I saw was 111, 111, everywhere, 111. But listen, someone needed that word, even if it was one. Thank you. I'm glad I moved with the spirit, because I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. I had a whole session planned out, and spirit came in there and messed it up. Like I had cards. I'm going to do it in another reading though, because I had it planned out. And they came in and said, nope. I was in the bath crying like, I can't expose myself like this again. But they were just pushing like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Go do it. Go do it. So I've done it. So now I can get back to what I want to do. Because sometimes it's not our will. It's not our will. It's not my will. It might be yours, but it's not mine. It's really God's. Whatever God's will over my life. Because I realized I was trying to do things for myself. Like, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to do this. No. What do you want me to do? Where are you leading me? Where is this going? So I was getting signs all day and I didn't know where it was going. So I planned a reading. Not knowing that it was being planned already. It was done, set up. It was set up. Literally, I was set up. God was setting me up. But I'm glad because I feel so much better. And I feel like someone else just... You're not alone. You're not different. You're part of a collective. We're actually we're the 97%, right? We're the majority, gang. Made to feel like the minority, but we are the majority. We are the majority. Because most people have experienced some form of abuse in their life. And they're out here feeling like they're the ones that are different. They're the ones. You're not. You're not, gang. You're really not. It's the way that you are seeing yourself because of the conditionings that you've had. My conditions told me that I ain't going to be shit, never going to be shit, not going to be amount to shit. Even though you're smart, though. That was my conditions. And I believed it, and I received it, and I lived it for a minute. I lived it for a minute. I believed that. So then I was that. I was cleaning toilets. I was delivering pizzas. I was doing all of that. I was doing it for £9 an hour. I was doing all these stupid jobs, gang. Like I didn't know who I was. Bouncing from here to there. 2 years ago, someone said, what do you want to be? I'm 45. I don't know. I don't know, I said. I always said, I don't think there's a job created for me yet. I couldn't think of one title that I wanted for myself. Until now. And it still hasn't got a title. I'm just me. Authentically, simply, the Virgo Tarot Gang 2222. Collective, all of my family. Whoever hears it now, later, gang. Just know this. I've got you. I've got each and every one of you in my prayers. I put you before God every night as a collective. No matter what, you come to me in the DMs. If I can't respond, know that I'm on my knees and giving your prayers and your requests over. I haven't forgotten none of you. Thank you. I'm glad that you came in. I'm glad. I wasn't sure how I was going to be received because I know the title, like, oh my God, let me get tissue. Look, I got tissue. Look at this. I was ready, gang. I was ready. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to have no eyelashes. I was like, I'm not going to have no foundation. You're going to see all my 10 shades. I was like, I'm going to expose myself. But you know what? I'm glad I did. Because I've been hiding too long. I've been pretending everything's okay. I've been normalizing shit that's not normal. And I'm glad that I've exposed myself. And I've exposed some people at the same time without exposing their names. It's all done in love. Because at this point, I'm angry with no one. I'm not even angry with myself no more. I'm learning to forgive them. And I've forgiven myself. And I just know it's up from here. It's up from here. Exactly, we pretend. And it's hard. It's bad for me to say, but I was pretending. I was okay, and I wasn't okay. I'm not okay. I wasn't okay with it then, and when I look at it now, I'm not okay. But to be accepted, it became okay. I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to be ostracized more than I was already ostracized. So I put my barriers down. And the more I put it down, what's that saying? Give them an inch, they take a mile. That's what they did. They took a whole yard, gang. So I learned, put me first. The same way I show up for everyone else, I show up for myself. Because we like to show up for everyone else, be cheerleaders, but we've got to learn to do it for ourselves. If you can't do it for yourself, then I don't want it. If you're not cheering for you, I don't want your cheers, gang. Cheer for you first, me second, alright? You first, believe in you first, me next. Because to me, people say, oh, not everyone. Can't we? I think everyone can lead. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. I was told that I couldn't for too much years. And I am breaking every one of those labels that they put over my life. Thank you, gang. Thank you. Like, I was the one not gonna achieve, not gonna do shit. Second year of uni, criminology, psychology, and social justice, and I smashing it. 7 children. They said, look at you with your 7 kids. Look at her with her 7 kids and 2 baby fathers. Look at her. She ain't gonna be nothing. Yeah, look at me now. That's what I'm telling you, gang, you're a mess. Because it's a mess. And to other people, they really say it's a mess. But it still can be turned into a message. So don't think that your mess cannot be someone else's message. Don't think the tests that people are putting you through in life cannot turn around and be your testimony that's going to bless nations, bless millions. Because someone's going to go viral with just a testimony. They ain't going to come with no ring light. They're not going to do. They're going to come and testify. That's it. My crown chakra's going off. Just it. Someone's going to be like, do you know what? And just talk. And you think you're talking, but just when I open my mouth, my crown chakra, I know Spirit's taken over. God's taken over. I have no control. I said, this is your girl, the Virgo Tarot. I'm still talking. Because someone needs to hear it. Your testimony is going to bring you out of your mess. You didn't know it. You've been looking for your purpose and it's been right there the whole time. Your testimony is your purpose. It's the very thing that needs to come out of your mouth that's going to push you and propel you to your purpose, your destiny. Whether it's a song, whether it's a book, whether it's just you standing here and this is me, whatever it is going to touch the right person at the right time. The right person at the right time. So don't discount yourself because you're like, who wants to hear my story? That's what I said. That's what I said. But my story is your story. So that means there's millions that want to hear your story. I'm about to leave, gang, but I'm coming back. Because I told you I planned a whole read out. So I'm going to come back. Not sure who for. It might be all signs. I think I might want to do all signs today. I'm not sure. But look out for me. I am coming back. I love you, gang, Melissa. All of you, gang. I told you I'm going to peel away some layers today. But I was going to put you right back together again. I never leave you exposed. I'll never do that. Alright? I'll never do that. I've just come to disrupt. It's like Lisa Nicole says it. Disrupt it. Was it Ayana? You got to disrupt your patterns. You've normalized something. You've got Stockholm Syndrome. Even now. You're with your abuser, some of you right now. Look at you. He's looking at me. She's looking at me. Yeah. You. They abuse you. They're not nice. So this is it. Stop normalizing things that are not normal. We are going to teach and grow our kids in the way that they should grow. The way they should grow. And it starts with us being that change. That change. PTSD, we've got that. We've got that. Every abused person will have it. Recalling of traumatic events. Smelling a smell. For me, it's a smell. And bam! Little things, trigger words, shouting, banging. Those things trigger me. They trigger me. Shout too much. Bang. Walk up too fast to me. I'm like, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? Like, straight up. Because I didn't even know he was going to hit me sometimes. He had a smile on his face and bam, headbutt me. Split my head open. Split it open, gang. I didn't see it coming. So I've learned to be ready. So now I'm spiritually ready. I'm transmuting energies. I'm still a fighter. Don't get it twisted. I'll rock anyone. But now I'll rock your boat in the spirit. I'll rock your boat in the spirit. I refuse to use these hands unless I have to. Because I've realized my spirit is stronger. And that's what they're scared of. They try to draw me out. Because when they draw me out, I become weak. I think I'm strong. I'm not. I'm standing on my own understanding, my own strength. I'm not trusting God. But you see, when I trust God and I sit back, I see him go homeless. I see her get hurt. I see it play out. Because I understand it. It's spiritual. We do not wrestle with things of the flesh. We wrestle with principalities, gang. Things that you don't even see are controlling these people. We see people, but what's really controlling them is spirits. It's all spiritual. Good ones or bad ones. They make a choice. Choices. We choose to to take our energy from cups, right? What cup is your energy coming from? I know where mine's is drawing from. I make sure I don't align myself with anything that I don't consider light. Anything that has anything resembling dark, I disconnect from. Even when I see it in myself, I've snapped back a few times and I have to reprimand myself. I might not do it in front of you, but know that I do it. Because I realize I can't do the things that I used to do. Even though sometimes Dinah will be like, and you'll see it. But I'm learning and I'm growing every day. Because I understand that there is a cause and effect. I'm glad you're here, Virgo warrior. There's a cause and effect. So yes, they're accountable, but we are accountable because they couldn't, like, as a child, you had no control. But as you get older, this is choices. Choices that we are making that are putting us in positions that are killing our souls each and every time. And literally, we can look back and say we saw it coming, but we told ourselves something to make it normal. We normalized it. So it's a conditioning that I want to break, that normalizing that Stockholm Syndrome of things that are toxic in our lives, whether it's abuse, whether it's just me smoking weed, like, yeah, it makes me make me think deeper, you know. Yeah, it might make me think deeper, but me smoking it is destroying my body though. So you can tell yourself lies all you want, but as long as you tell yourself the truth. As long as you tell yourself the truth. Hold yourself accountable each and every day. Because it says you die to self every day, right? And that is the epitome of the phoenix. Dying to self. Your ego's dying every day. Because sometimes my head might swell. Die now, kill that shit. Kill it. That can't go. That's why I don't like queen, because I'm not a queen. I'm Diana. I get it. But I am not about to make it expand my head. Expand my mind, but not my head. Because I understand that ego will kill my dreams. It will snatch back what God is getting ready to bless me with. It will snatch it out of my hands. If I start going on ego and thinking I did this, I raised 18,000 people and brought them to me, watch tomorrow, everything gone. Gone. I have to give my glory to God. And my God is God, Almighty Father. There's no name, Elohim, Jesus, whatever. There's no name. Allah, you don't want to call him. But it is the Almighty Creator that created us. And I make sure that that praise goes straight up. Straight up. It doesn't stay here with me. Because I understand when I switch that on, I am nervous. But something takes over me. Something takes over me, gang. And I have to just say it has to be God. Because I literally can feel, this is what I feel. Right here. And it doesn't stop. So I understand that if you put yourself in the right place at the right time, God will use you. Because God is not a physical person. It's a spiritual one. But you are a physical person. So they need you on this earth. And right now, it's scarce. People that are willing to open themselves up to God, to spirit right now, to be used for whatever. You don't even know what it's for. What for? I don't know. That's being exposed. I thought, like, that sounds stupid. Like, what am I going to do that for? But I've got to do it. 444. Why am I putting on the camera, putting on my lippy at 444, 555? It didn't make no sense. It didn't make any sense. But because they wanted me to tap into an energy. Because we've been conditioned to feel like morning is day and day is night. But for me, God has always had me awake at nighttime. So I understand that nighttime is my day and daytime is my night. I'm a night worker. I'm a night worker. I harness energies in the night. Just how I work. When I do readings in the mornings, I struggle. If I do it certain times, it's easy for me. It's easy. Can't explain it. But if you find yourself up at night, odd hours at 3 a.m., 333, 444, know that God is waking you up. Wake up. We want to talk to you. There's something you got to do right now. Sometimes you just wake up at what? Because there's something you're supposed to do. If you don't know what it is, get on your knees and pray. Meditate. Ask for the answers, because there's a reason why you're awake at those times of night. It's not just to sit there and watch Netflix. Netflix is your dream killer. Do you know, the other day, I said it the other day, I watched Netflix with my daughter. The worst thing ever. 5 hours later, it doesn't even stop. One after the other, after the other. That's a demon, gang. What time do you do anything? I looked around and it was like 5 hours later. Watching, what is it, How Do You Get Away with Murder? How Do You Get Away with Murder? That's what I was watching. It was interesting, but I could have stayed there all night. By the second one, I was hooked. So that's my thing, like, I don't watch telly because I know that by the second one, I was hooked. What's going to happen next? I would have never done no readings, gang. You would have never seen me again. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I had to disconnect because it was drawing my energy to see what was going to happen next. Love and hip hop. What's going to happen next? I disconnected myself because I understand that there's things put on the telly, the television, to mind control us, to keep us wanting, but not doing though. So I'm over here wanting, a life that I'm never going to get because I'm watching it. How am I going to get it? I'm watching it episode after episode with no breaks because Netflix just goes right into the next one. And I'm like, bruv, I turned around and a year was gone. A year on Netflix. That's when I woke up. I said, bruv, nah, that's a whole demon. That's a demon. And it confirmed it again. I went to my daughter's house. She put it on. I was supposed to come out for a reading for Virgo. 5 hours later or 4 hours later, I was out. I was too busy waiting for the next episode. So I understand it because I have an addictive personality. So whatever I put my mind to, I get engrossed. If I'm smoking weed, I'm a weed smoker. Simples. When I was a crack smoker, I was a crack smoker. Simples. Whatever I do it well. It is just what it is. So with tarot, you'll realize I go hard. I am my hardest critic, but I go hard because God has given me energy. And as long as they give it to me, I'm going to use it. How can I not? This time last year, no, forget that. 2 months ago, you saw me walking with a stick. 2 sticks. I don't have no sticks. I can jump. I can do so much. So then I know that I am being blessed. I know that I'm on the right track, even though sometimes I don't see it and I don't feel it. So someone needs to know that it's going to be uncomfortable, but you need to step. 1 step at a time. You are being guided. You are being told to speak your story on your platform in its rawest form, without sugarcoating, without any aesthetics, without anyone behind you, without any music. Just you, just talking. To the one. To the one. To the one. If you didn't hear nothing, then it's not for you. It's not for you. That's the whole thing. This reading is not for everyone. It's for those that know that they've been called for something. Like you literally heard it. You've literally been, it's been pushing you. It's been irking you. It's been pulling at you. If it hasn't been, don't make it be. Exactly. Like it's confirmation for those that know. When I was seeking, I was waiting for this word and I didn't get it. I didn't get it. It wasn't given. So I just thought it wasn't for me. I went in front of so much prophets. Didn't prophesy to me. The one person that did was Jamal Bryant. And he said it. He said, you're going to go to nations. He said, you're going to go to nations. He spoke about my abuse in front of a full church. He laid his hands and he said, he said, the one that they buried, the one. He spoke about it. And I never forget it. Jamal Bryant from America. He came to England and he prophesied on my life. He was the only prophet, and I've met so much, that literally looked into my soul and spoke about what I see happening now. What I see happening now is what came out of his mouth. And I didn't have to pay a penny for that. He didn't ask for it. He just declared it. So it's about speaking life. And it's another message. Sometimes it takes for somebody else to speak life into your dead situation because you can't see it. And I think that's what he did that day. Because I couldn't see it. So he came and spoke a word, which was life. It was a nugget. It was a seed. Oh my God. Thank you, Gangan. The original Daisy. It was a seed. It was something that I held on to. I needed it. It was like, oh my God, someone sees me. Someone can see it. Because up until that, I was invisible. And I was trying to speak to people in my mind because I knew I was cool. I knew I was called from. I knew it. But no one saw it. No one confirmed it. No one validated it. So then I buried it. I buried it. And then it wasn't until I was working a couple of years ago and I had these clairvoyants off the street just come up to me. One guy came up, he was Indian, he was Asian. And he came up to me when I was working, delivering parcels. And he just read me. And I was like, what is going on? I came back, I told my daughter and my niece. And then the next day, I stepped out of my daughter's house and another man, looking just like the first man, and I know they were sent to me now. I know they were not human. They were sent to me. The second man, he said to me, Diana, can I talk to you in your car? We sat in my car for an hour, and I kid you not, this guy said, turned to me and said, he read me, he said, you've got 8 kids. I said, no, I don't, I've got 7. He said, Diana, you've got 8 kids. I said, I've got 7. He said, one of your kids you buried. He got me there. And then he said, hang on a minute. He said, look at me. I looked at him. He got a piece of paper and he wrote down 3 names. And he goes, I'm going to talk to you. At the end of this, open that paper. Open that paper. When I opened that paper, he put 3 names on that paper. And those 3 names were 3 people. The names, right, I'm telling you, the names are names that no one has these names. They're so peculiar names. He wrote them letter for letter. He said, these 3 people have tried to bury you. 2 of them was my abusers. 2 of those names were my abusers. And the other one was my cousin that was complicit with my abuser. Understand that God will send people to you. And you won't even understand it. They send angels in the form of tramps. I've had people come to me and I've not understood it. And they've spoken to me and I'm like, the other day I met someone called, imagine this, I was in the post office 6 months ago and a woman called Grace, her name was Grace, a white lady, and she just turned to me and she started to prophesy. She says, I see the glory of God on your life. And she just started to spit. Now, I understand God when he moves in people. And that's why I said you need to be open. As long as you're open, it's like build it and they will come. Your body is the temple, build it. And God will come. This is it. Literally wants to live with inside of you. Whoever you call God, Spirit, they want to walk and talk for you because you think you got to go and get educated. No, they will give you the words. They will give you the knowledge. You will get those downloads. Understand, I didn't know nothing about tarot. All I knew is that I needed things to change. I didn't watch tarot. My niece came and said, Diana, auntie, look, I think you would be amazing doing this. Is what she said. Her name is Charlie. She said, I think you'd be amazing. She watches them all the time. And because I'm the one in the family that everyone comes to, she was like, I think you'd be amazing. I was like, well, it's tarot. I don't believe in that. It's demonic. Like, it's demonic. What am I doing with that? She said, just watch it. So I watched it. And I really was drawn to what the message could do. Not what I saw, but what the message could do. But not what it was doing. Because it was telling me love is coming today, love is coming tomorrow, love is coming next day and the next day. But it wasn't talking to my soul though. And my soul needs someone to speak to it. Because I've had men speak to my mind and my panties. They've done that. I want someone to speak to the soul, the one that no one saw. The me that no one can see. That's what I was looking for. And I switched and I switched. And then I saw Val. Val Free Tarot. And I saw Spiritual OG. And who else did I see? I saw Rini or Rimi. It was those 3. It was a couple of others, but those 3 specifically. Like, I don't know what it was about them. It was the authenticness. I saw Val in her brokenness. And she spoke to me. Like, that changed everything for me. The day that I watched Val Free Tarot in her brokenness. Sorry. Need to sneeze. In her brokenness. She was broken. She didn't have nowhere to live. She didn't know where she was going to sleep that night. Literally, she was coming out on faith and people was contributing so she could sleep every night. And I was watching the faith of her, to me, a child, because she was the age of my daughter. I love her. Like, I literally love her. Like, her faith moves mountains, even though she's not godly like that. She's got faith. She doesn't even know it. Like, it was moving the mountains, and she was speaking to me. God used someone that's nothing like me to speak to me. And she spoke to me, and she was crying. She was breaking down on the camera. I never forget it. And she was just being authentic. And that's what I was looking for. That authenticness. That brokenness, because I was broken. Like, oh wow, I found me. That's what I love. I love when people can be authentic in their moments. You can be happy 1 minute, but I can be happy and sad. That's me. So in 1 minute I'll make you cry, But I'll make you laugh in the same second, because that's the emotions that come through me. And I felt that with her. She brought me on a journey, and her journey was similar. She didn't hide anything, and I love that. She didn't hide her good days, and she didn't hide her bad days. When I look at people, they're just good days, good days, good. No, it's not. We have so much bad days. We're light workers. We have more bad days than good, is what I think. We're fighting all the time. The fights become stronger, more powerful, because now you're up against stronger forces trying to silence you. Then you're up against the powers that be, that only want a certain type of message to come out. Because you know, they only want certain messages to come out. They don't want people to be empowered. Why would they want you empowered? Why would they want you to be uplifted? They want you to be codependent on telly, on YouTube, on Netflix, on people, on that person that's coming in the next day, next person, whatever it is, constantly waiting on something, when literally we're supposed to attract. We're not supposed to wait. You're supposed to be doing the work and attracting. So when you're doing the work and being in alignment, we ain't got time to wait. I ain't got time to wait on no one. When they come, they're coming. Because right now I got work to do. There's a lot of work to do. How can you not have anything to do? Was your life that perfect that there's nothing to be fixed? That you can't see nothing fixing in the world that you can actually help be a part of? So we are all here for a reason, and it wasn't here just to find your soulmate. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. I wish it was. It would be easy. But it wasn't. It's about light work. It's about raising vibrations. It's about getting people back connected. My daughter spoke about it. It's about the 1%. It says Jesus, yeah, in the Bible, he lost one sheep. And everyone was like, just leave the sheep in it. It's just one. You got 99, bruv. No. The one matters. The one matters. The one matters. So sometimes you are looking for 1 million views, 1,000 likes. But I told you it's the one. When you speak to the one, the rest will come. So when you switch on your camera the next time you do it, or the first time, just speak to one person. Literally, get it out. If it's just you, maybe just speak to yourself. Because most of the time I'm speaking to myself. And somehow I'm speaking to you. Because we are all connected, and we're connected by a source, gang. So I believe that our experiences are universal. They are universal. We're thinking that only us have got this pain. No, it's not. This goes worldwide. People are coming to me from across the world with the same stories, same energies, because they are from the same family, gang. You are from a source. You are connected to it. So you're experiencing the same experiences. It's like the body, the hands, the legs. We're going through the same emotions in different places. And now something's happened where it's COVID. They thought it was bad, but it's going to be good for us, because it's allowed us to find each other, to get connected. So, because we felt disconnected, because my arm was cut off. You weren't there. I didn't have my other arm because you weren't there. But now, Virgo warrior, you're here. I got my arm back. We're getting connected, gang. The family is joining up. Getting connected, because we were connected by the source, but in different places. Separated, broken, disconnected from life. Disconnected. But I hear people are getting switched on, plugged out, switched on, and connected back into the right source. Right source. Because what our governments did, and they knew what they were doing. They made sure from a young age, they came in and they made sure you would never find out who you was. But this COVID was different. It just unleashed an energy that they were trying to use for bad, but God always turns it around for good. And now that veil has been lifted, where you can see things for what they are, because it's not hidden. If you want to see something, you will see it. It's all about your eyes. Are they open or are they shut? Because right now, nothing is being hidden. Everything is in plain sight. Plain sight. And it's about what side of the fence are you on? What cup are you drawing from? Because some of you are trying to draw from any cup. Like, it's working for him, so I'm going to draw from their cup. Gang, gang, do you know what you're subscribing to? Because I remember this. Subscription is the same as complicit. Me saying that I believe what you believe. Right? What do they believe, though? What do they believe? I'm telling you what I believe. What do they believe? Do you know? I found out. I was sowing into some pastors, sowing into some churches. I sold into a tarot reader once and she robbed me. You sow into demonic seeds, gang, gang. Seeds that are stagnating your energy. Know who you are sowing into. Do you know what? I became smart because I was so dumb. They duped me. They robbed me of my blessings, gang, gang, because I didn't see them for who they were. They came as sheep, as lambs, but they were wolves, gang, gang. They were wolves, pastors, whatever title they had on their head mattered not. They were the same energy, the same spirit. They came to kill, steal, and destroy. And they were having the time of their lives in my life, robbing me of all my blessings for so much years. I found myself at food banks, gang, gang, food banks. And that is only a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, me and my children were going to the food bank. My mum lives up the road. Up the road. So understand, your mess becomes your message, because I had nothing. Nothing and no one. Right now, I'm independent. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm doing very well. A single parent taking care of all of her children. Even the grown ones can come and get what they want from me. They can depend on me. So listen, your mess, that's what should be the title. Your mess is going to be your message. But you are the one that needs to decide. Decide, because that Two of Swords, because I know it's a lot at stake. Because I know I lost it all. It's a gamble, it's a risk. So it's up to you what you want to do with it. But for some of you don't even have to do it like this. You could just write a book to release it. You could do it anonymous. You could just do so much different ways. You don't have to expose your actual self and your names. You don't. There's so much different avenues to get it out of you, because it has to come out. You can't keep it in there. It's not going to go nowhere. It's going to stay. So you're going to have to release this. And when you do, trust me, you're going to release someone else. Someone else is going to be released with you. No problem. There's no thanks. Remember what I said to you. When I do this, it's as much as for myself as it is for you. So there's no thanks in this one. This is something I was pushed to do. I didn't want to do it, but I'm glad I did. And I hope in me doing it, it shows someone what you need to do. Get uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable, expose yourself, expose some of your family secrets maybe. Pull up that rug. It's old anyway. It's got too much things underneath it. Open them closets. Let everything come spilling out, because you're going to realize everyone's got skeletons in their closets and acting like they're perfect, and they're not. But the minute you speak up, you give them the okay to start being authentic, to start walking in their authentic purpose. Because sometimes we're just like monkey see what monkey do, right? So I see everyone being perfect. Here I go. I'm going to be perfect too, my pictures, right? So that's what it is. Somebody takes someone to actually say, you see, yo, she's so brave, I'm going to do it. Fuck it, I'm just going to do it. That's what it is. Someone just takes that. You're not going to believe it until you're walking and talking in this, whatever it is for you. Just do it, gang, gang. Trust me, they've been urging me to tell people just to walk in their dreams. I know you're scared, but you didn't go through all that for nothing. And it will only be for nothing if you decide it's for nothing. That's what I realized. I was allowing everything to go to waste. I was allowing it. Like, I was beaten, raped. The only thing I wasn't was sodomized. I wasn't. But they nearly tried. And I was going to allow all of that to go to waste. Not come out and show someone nothing. Just die with it. All of that. Gang, that's not good. You can't be like this. This is conditionings, and it's going to keep repeating down the bloodline. Down your bloodlines. You feel like you're going to be... I thought I had my head on the ball. But there's going to be one day... It might not be you. It might not be your child. It might be your grandchild. But you're going to know. Because you didn't speak up. Because you didn't fight hard. You didn't be that change. You have to be a change. You have to speak up and break curses and generate. You can't... They don't break themselves. Especially when you're hiding them. It's all about revealing it. When you go counseling, they want you to speak about it. Because on that revealing of something is where the healing can actually start. You can't even go into AA without saying, I'm an alcoholic. You got to declare it. You got to declare that before they even let you through the door. You've got to admit it. You got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself. Doesn't matter about them. Because for too long, some of us are keeping this up because we don't want to lose this war or this battle. But you have to start figuring about yourself, because they said your soul is broken. Like, that's deep. Like, people's souls are broken. That's deep. So that means you're going to have to start letting this go, because it's infecting you. And it's probably infecting your families, because for me, like, my girls and boys, if I came through the door and I thought I saw something, I'd be on it. And they're not doing nothing. But because of what happened to me, like, I'm on everything. So we have to heal. Because we will start putting things down on our children. And it's not cool. It's not cool, gang. So before you build that family, if you've got one, there's no time like the present. Because it's never too late. Because I was even saying, bro, look, it's happened to my daughter, but it's not too late. Because for her, it was right on time that she spoke up now. It was on time. And the reason why she spoke up, do you know why? Because I've been vocal. Because I was vocal. Me being vocal pushed my daughter to be vocal. She saw it. So understand, when you be a change, it prompts someone to start being a change. And just like a domino effect, it goes around the world. Not just one person, around the world. I didn't know when I switched this on, I would have every country in my house. You don't know what change you're going to affect until you do it. So I'm just here to tell some people, just do it. Just do it, night tick. Just do it. I know it was a long reading, but it was necessary, because we had to go to your past, to the pain, to show you that you could take the mess that will happen there and bring it into a message, Nova. And you know what? I'm going to say it now, because it's funny that Nova's here, because Nova was one of the names on the paper. But her name is Nova, but she's got a middle name, and he put her middle name. And it's funny that Nova comes here, because every time I see her, it's like, wow. It's just like, wow. Confirmations for me. Because I lost a Nova, and I got a Nova back. I'm so glad to have you, Nova America. Do you not know that? So you don't know what effect you have on people. But every time you come into my life, gang, I don't know what it is, but I'm happy. So thank you for coming, gang. This is your girl, the Virgo Tarot Collective, for the last time. I'm glad I found all of you, gang. I hope I haven't triggered anyone and I'm not leaving you crying. If I am, look, big hug. Come close. I love you, gang. Your girl, the Virgo Tarot. 2222, gang. I came today to inspire you, gang. To inspire you. Take care. You cried, gang. Feel my love. Take care. I love you too, Jennifer. Take care, babes.